Hello po, kumusta? Finally, this is a live colored pencil drawing tutorial because so many of you are requesting uh, about drawing realistic skin tone, something like this. So now I want to give it to you live, and please don't get bored. This is live as you see it, raw video unedited. So it's just me and the colored pencils and the colors. I will mention everything as I go on with doing something like this on this part of the face. So I know a lot of you want to see it live instead of the sped up videos, and you want to see the actual process. And I hope you don't skip and you don't get bored because I hope you are patient enough to see the process to achieve something like this, as smooth, as nice as this. And you will see how skin tones like this are achieved by layering different colors. So, yeah, if you are happy with this kind of live video, then please watch it. Let's begin the live drawing, starting with layering, always light pressure. So this is the blocking in of shadows. I go from dark to light, so I started with my darkest pencil. And this pencil is, the color is, this is dark umber. I laid it very gently, especially here, as you can see on the right side, or rather the left side of the face, where there are some visible black shadows right here. But very gently, the nostril. So this live video is for those of you who really are serious about realistic colored pencil portraiture, especially focused on the hardest one, which is layering and blending realistic skin tone. In this case, smooth skin tone, as you can see. So, and some color theory also, you will find out what colors you need to combine to achieve something like this. Okay, now we are gonna block in the shadow of the nose. It's important to keep your pencil sharp and your pressure gentle and light, because this shadow right here is very subtle. By the way, I use a grid method, but big grid method for my outline and for my proportion. I think if you don't have this dark umber, you can use any dark brown tone, chocolate brown or any brown, dark brown. Even if you can see that the skin tone is quite fair, you still need dark brown to start. This is how you block in the shadows. And because this is live and raw and unedited, you will see the pacing and you will see how slow you should work in order to achieve solid, realistic, smooth skin tone. And it's amazing how a lot of you are requesting for this kind of tutorial, the live, real-time unedited tutorial, which is something that I also appreciate because I know that most of you are really serious in learning how to draw realistic portraits with colored pencil. This is a lot harder, medium and slower medium compared to graphite or charcoal, but it's worth it. It's worth it to learn, especially by you who are into portraiture, and also some of you might really be already doing portraits using black and white medium, but you want to transition to colored pencil, but you're afraid because it might be too hard. Yeah, but there are some adjustments needed, but I think if you've been to graphite or charcoal, it's not going to be very hard to try. Mm, I don't. I hope you don't mind the barking dog and the busy traffic outside my studio. Mm, so I'm almost. Well, if you do realistic portraiture or faces or something like, you do it section by section. Don't just. It's easier because you might mess it up. It's there is a possibility of greater failure if you do the entire face already. So do it by sections. Like here, I'm trying to draw the nose and this left part of the cheek to the face. Okay, I think I need to add more shadow right here on this specific part. Okay, so highlight. Here is the highlights. I wanna just put a touch of this dark umber, our first pencil. This is just our first pencil, and we already like 10 minutes. So the smooth blending and the smooth skin tone depends on this beginning part of the portrait, how you layer very gently and finely. It's like helping yourself later on for smoother and easier blending. If you layer with caution, with patience, oh, there's an ant. Now let's, yeah, I think I'm already done blocking in my darkest shadow and shade. We are gonna get our second pencil. By the way, the pencil that I'm using is the Prismacolor, which is a very nice, smooth, buttery, creamy pencil for skin tones. I love using it. And the paper is Strathmore 300 Velo. Okay, let's get our second pencil already right here. This is the Sandbar Brown. This is a nice lighter brown with a greenish tone, which is going to be a perfect undertone for our skin tone right here. So let's be generous with this pencil on this part of the face, the left part. But still, don't put heavy pressure. You don't want to flatten the tooth of the paper. You just want uh, to be using light to moderate pressure. We need the tooth of the paper. So if you're going to use colored pencil, always use medium surface paper. It won't work to a very smooth paper. We need tooth, we need texture because we're going to use lots of colors and you will see it as we go on with the building of the skin tone. So layer the colors above each other gently, sharp pencil. It will help us to blend because color pencils are not the easiest to blend, unlike uh, what do you call, unlike graphite and charcoal, which are very blendable. This one, you have a very nice specific way to blend it, and you will see it later. It's called burnishing. Burnishing technique. So this started with this. So don't worry. Actually, you don't have anything to worry about because if you are doing it very light and very gentle. You know, another thing, a lot of you I notice, a lot of you are asking, especially beginners, about color theory, about what colors to use for skin tone. Do not stress too much on the colors. You can use red and you will still have a good portrait. You can use blue and you will still have. So it really depends on how exactly your skin tone looks compared to the color of the reference. It doesn't matter. As long as you were able to build your shadows, it will still look good. Even if I use blue here, it will still look good. It really is not about the specific colors, or it's not about getting the colors exactly based on your reference. It's the tone, it's the tonal value that's important. It means that the shadows should be as dark as it should or light as it should. I think I'm gonna add some more right here. This is the Sandbar brown. I started with dark umber. I want to extend it on the light side right here and here. On this, what do you call this? When we smile, what is this? All right. So we are just going layer after layer. Don't be afraid to use as many colors as you think you needed. In here, you will see how many colors I will use and what are those specific colors that I can see I need to draw this skin tone. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now we are into our third color. Henna. This is henna. It's beautiful. Beautiful reddish, brownish color. Now I'm not just layering it on the top of the previous colors. I'm targeting. I'm putting more layers on some areas that I can see is a little bit reddish and then lighter on some parts right here. Sa mga kapwa ko Filipino artists na nanonood, I hope you don't mind na that I'm speaking English, although it's not very easy for me to speak in English, but yeah, I have to speak in English because we have so many viewers all over the world who wants to really see live colored pencil drawing process. So we need to let our not so good English out there. And for all those who are watching in the US, Europe, India, Brazil, Spain, UK, Australia, yeah, thank you, thank you. I hope you're learning something here, and I hope that you're not annoyed with my heavy Filipino accent. So the key to a realistic skin tone with colored pencil, the real secret is patience. As you can see right here, I'm being very patient. I don't want to rush this, so it's going to be a long video, but I hope you appreciate it and you don't get bored and leave. Please stay, because I know you will learn something from this. If you are a student of colored pencil portraiture and you wonder how to establish skin tone and how to make it smooth, so this is it. This video is exactly for you right now. And I think it's a lot better if you watch it on a television because it will be bigger. Okay, I'm done with this. The fourth pencil is one of my favorite Prismacolor pencil, Clay Rose. Clay Rose. Amazing. This is an amazing mid-tone pencil. So as you can see how rough it is so far compared to this. And you want that. You want it to be rough. It means that uh, you still have this nice tooth or texture of the paper. And it means that you're still allowed to layer more and more colors because of that white texture of the paper showing through at this stage. So we are on a fourth layer, but still light pressure and slow and sharp. Don't be tempted to rush your layering because everything, the smoothness of the skin tone will depend on this process. And later I will tell you when to start pushing a little bit harder or adding a little bit pressure. But at this stage, you don't need pressure yet because you will feel that the tooth of the paper is already full, and that's the time when you are allowed to add pressure and slowly blending. That is what we call the burnishing. Burnishing is, the idea of burnishing is to be able to mix everything together with the same pencils. You don't need any blender, just the pencil to blend. And the burnishing is adding more and more pressure little by little until the tooth of the paper is no longer seen. So at this point, you don't need to burnish it. You need the tooth of the paper. You still need the tooth of the paper right here. All right. Next is our fifth color, which is what's that? What's our fifth color? Oh, spring green. Always use some kind of a light green on your skin tone. This is spring green. Green is always perfect for human skin tone. Just light layer of green. In oil painting during the Renaissance is called the Verdascio technique, adding a touch of green as base tone for oil painting. Yeah, that's nice. Spring green. Now we immediately go to our next pencil, light pink, or specifically this is blush pink. Don't worry, I can erase that very easily. Blush pink. I think I want to put this all over the entire surface right here because everything is just nice and blushing. Even on the highlighted part right here. Okay, so now I'm starting to add a little bit of pressure because we already used like 2, 4, 6 pencils. So now it's the time to add a little bit, just a little bit, not too hard. Just a little bit of pressure to start mixing things or colors together, but not yet burnishing. This is not yet burnishing. Just trying to push a little bit harder. Please tell me if you like or appreciate something like this. Raw, unedited tutorial, seeing the actual process, the actual mistakes and everything, the actual bloopers. But I know that you will learn more with this kind of tutorial video. So, and for those of you who are asking on how you can support my channel in your own little way, well, you can do it through a super chat right there at the icon below. There's a super chat there, or no, not super chat, super thanks. So yeah, it's not compulsory, but if you want to support the channel, you can do it through the super thanks. I would appreciate it. So I can do more and more live tutorials like this one, real time, unedited, just you and me and my left hand. Okay, so it's time to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pencil. Now this is the time where I'm gonna really push harder on the pencil because we want to start the burnishing with the nectar, but not very heavy, just heavy enough to make it smoother and smoother. This is nectar. Especially on darker shadows right here. So I'm gonna add a little bit more pressure under the nose right here because the shadows here are a little bit darker in the nostril and here. So this is light burnishing portion. Burnishing is adding pressure to gradually get rid of the tooth of the paper. With colored pencils, you want the tooth of the paper when you layer, but in the end or in the finished product, you want to flatten it out and to avoid seeing the tooth of the paper. If you are achieving realistic skin tones, like this, no tooth, just nice, smooth skin tone. So if you, I know some of you will skip the video to the, so you will see the end result. Uh, Please come back to the beginning because yeah, it will make sense how we come up with this right here. If you have time, you can come back. Now you can hear not just the traffic but the vendors using microphone when selling fruits right there outside. Can you hear all those the names of those fruits that is being announced in the street? Okay, so I'm happy with the nectar here. Okay, next is okay, beige. Of course, we need beige. So lighter and lighter, as you can see. This is beige. And we're gonna push more hard. So can you see how the skin tone is slowly blending and getting smoother and smoother. So many street vendors now. Someone is selling balut outside. The famous Filipino weird Filipino food balut is selling outside. All right, and now second to the last pencil, which is the last pencil is always a white. Always the white. This is the ultimate blender, ultimate burnisher. Second to the last is this. Have something like this, depends on your skin tone. It can be light flesh, but this one is, what is this? Ginger root. Because I want to add some more greenish light tone as I blend or burnish the skin tone. I need a sharpener. All right. So now at this point you don't have to keep it sharp because you use it as a burnisher, as an ultimate blender. So it means we're gonna start pushing harder to intentionally get rid of the tooth of the paper. So I use this ginger root right here. Let's write it. Ginger root. Use it as basically a blender or a burnisher. Blending while still toning with this nice light, gentle hint of greenish, uh, yellowish. I don't know. I use it for these dark shadows because I don't want to lose it later when I use white. Actually, it's going to be a little bit more lighter when we use the white because the white is the blender and burnisher and at the same time highlighter. But this one is keeping the shadows still intact. Now, can you see how the tooth of the paper is almost invisible already? Which is what we want, and that is burnishing, getting rid of the tooth of the paper. But yeah, only towards the end of the process, not during the layering. Circular motion, uh, heavy pressure, not too heavy, heavy enough to flatten the paper. Okay, and finally, the white pencil. So this is, if you were able to finish this up to this part, or you skip here, please come back so you will see how we end up here. It's important for you to see this live tutorial. That's why I decided to do it. Aside from a lot of young artists, beginner artists, keep asking me to show how to build or draw realistic smooth skin tone with colored pencil. So this is it. This is live, raw, unedited, no music at all. In fact, you will hear everything outside my studio. So the white, okay, so this is the white. Always use the white for last. This is its purpose first is to blend, to fully burnish, to fully blend everything. Another one is for some highlighted part, like here, if you want to make some areas a little bit lighter, so you can just use the white so it blends while uh, correcting the shadows of the tone. So if there are parts where you want to make lighter, just concentrate by layering with the white right here. Okay, so let's start adding, or rather, making sure that the highlights here are visible. So if you can draw with me. You can get your own pencils and get whatever. Not exactly the same as this, but similar tone would really work. So again, like what I said earlier, not focus too hard on the exact pencils to use. What's important is the process that I showed you here. So just try to understand the how values and shadows and blending works. Oh my god, it's been a long video and I hope you're not bored. And I hope you learned something. I appreciate if you can, if you have anything to say, please, you can always occupy my comment section below. And if you want to know how you can support the channel, you can do it through the super thanks below. The icon is below. Okay, that is a fully burnished using all these colors, fully layered, blended, burnished skin tone. But there's one thing left to do. The final details you can use. I use again the dark umber because I can see that the nostril becomes faded a little bit. So you can just bring this back. This is what we call uh, glazing because we're already coloring above the burnished or the blended skin tone. And a good paper would always allow you to do this. You can always add colors. You can always go back with the same colors and start adding shades that you needed to add as a final retouch. It's called glazing already because everything is already blended. So it's just coloring on top of the shaded or the blended skin tone, gliding the colors there, and it should tone and add more layers of colors, of tone rather. Like I don't know if you notice, I lost some of the blush of the skin tone through the blending, but I can always do that through glazing. How? I'm gonna get my like rather clay rose to add the lost shadow. So this is the correcting part already, and I need also some uh, blush pink to get back the blush or the little bit of a rosy skin tone. So I'm gonna glaze it on top of the blended skin tone right here. It will be on the surface. Please tell me, be honest. Do you like something like this? Raw, unedited video, tutorial, slow, long, boring, whatever. Do you prefer something like this or you want quicker because you don't have time to watch and something like this? But hopefully you have time because this is a little bit more helpful, especially for those who are serious, so serious about learning concept of colored pencil portraiture. Especially, again, the most difficult part always is achieving realistic smooth skin tone with colored pencil. I hope next time I can invest on a microphone, a high quality microphone that can cancel the sound or the what do you call it to cancel the sounds outside. I'm trying to pull off some highlights using the white pencil. Trust me, at the big it looks hard, but it's not. It's not. It's quite a process, but it's worth it. So I hope you try it. Get your pencils and paper right now and start and rewatch it with me. This is how you do it. Some minor adjustments, but yeah, that's pretty much how you should do it. Maybe a little bit more blush using the same blush pink. Don't stop until you're satisfied with your skin tone. And of course, the white. So that's it. So in less than 1 hour, this is what we achieved, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to share with you this live process. I hope you appreciate it, especially for those who want to learn colored pencils. So if you find value with what we did for an hour right here, please tell me. I appreciate if you can tell me on the comment section, and then please like, subscribe, share this video for those that you think who needs this video right now. This is a tutorial video using colored pencils. And again, if you want to support the channel, you can do it through the super thanks below. So yeah, that's it. Less than an hour. This is what we have achieved. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for not being bored with this random tutorial raw and live video. Tell me if you want more. If you want to continue if you want me to continue this drawing until we finish this entire portrait right here. Thank you so much for watching. This is BMD Portraits. Maraming salamat, and I'll see you in the next tutorial live. Bye bye.